Swami Vivekanand, a name that does not require any sort of introduction. He is an influential personality who is credited with enlightening the Western world about Hinduism. Next. He represented Hinduism in the Parliament of Religions in 1893, and due to this, an unknown monk from India suddenly leaped into fame. For the first time in modern history, the 1893 Parliament gathered leaders from most of the world's large established religions for a 16-day public forum on the world's religions. The landmark achievement frequently is identified as the start of the interfaith movement. On opening day, that is September 11, 1893, Swami Vivekanand was one of the last speakers invited to briefly introduce themselves. A large man, turbaned and dressed in saffron. His opening words were, "Sisters and brothers of America." Immediately, his warm, passionate spirit evoked something vertical in the crowd. They jumped to their feet, clapping and cheering, going on for more than 2 minutes before he had a chance to address them. Newspapers across the countries and in India ran with the story for the next 10 days. The New York Herald proclaimed him undoubtedly the greatest figure in the Parliament of Religions. Vivekananda's theme at the parliament was the importance of religious people to honor their traditions in friendly, constructive relations with other traditions. He said, if there is ever to be a universal religion, it must be one which will have no location and place or time, which will be infinite, like the God it will preach, and whose sun will shine upon the followers of Krishna and Christ, on saints and sinners alike, which will not be Brahminic or Buddhistic, Christian or Mohammedan, but the sum total of all this and still have infinite space for development, which in its Catholicity will find a place for every human being, from the lowest groveling savage, not far removed from the brute. Human being from the brute to the highest, towering by the virtues of his head and heart, almost about humanity. Next. Swami spent most of the rest of his all too short life strengthening the Ramakrishna order, commissioned by his spiritual mentor Sri Ramakrishna. And he founded and developed the Ramakrishna Mission, which provides comfort and resource to the poorest, the sick, and the oppressed. More than 130 centers, monasteries, and medical facilities dot India now, serving hundreds of thousands. And like the Vedanta Society, Ramakrishna centers today exist in 19 countries. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So let us arise, let us grow from the inside out with Swami Vivekananda's thoughts. As Swamiji has said, none can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. Next. After returning from Chicago, United States of America, Vivekananda called upon the Hindus to struggle against foreign oppression. He showed the way for nation building from a sound foundation. That is, he said, if we have a strong foundation, if our foundation is strong, only then a nation can be built strong. Next. These are some of the inspirational words from Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He said, if Swamiji had been alive today, he would have been my guru. That is to say, I would have accepted him as my master. If he had been alive, I would have been at his feet. These were the words of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He was so inspired by Swamiji that he quoted these words for Swami Vivekananda. Next. How did Vivekanand inspire youth? By the lectures and speeches of Swami Vivekanand, many youth were inspired to ideas of social service and character building. Swami Vivekanand dedicated his life to teaching and guiding the youth the importance of social service and laying the groundwork of character and leader attribute. He also said, in a conflict between the heart and the brain, follow your heart. That is, if you ever have a fight between your brain and your heart, always follow your heart, listen to your heart. Next. Swami Vivekanand spent the next 4 years in the academic salons and lecture halls of America and Europe, teaching Vedanta grounded in India's ancient Upanishads. He drew new followers wherever he spoke, and he formed the Vedanta Society in 1896 to continue the work. Vivekanand returned to India an unprecedented celebrity, the teacher who had famously reintroduced India and its spiritual tradition to the West. After centuries of Muslim and Christian religious colonialism in India, he had unveiled his culture's deepest root to praise and approval in the United States and Europe. The result was tumultuous throughout India. Devotees in Madras renamed Chennai and first suggested the trip, and his arrival home secured a holiday for all. 17 huge victory arches graced his way into the city. 24 distinguished leaders welcomed him home in several languages, reputation, and the vision of a renewed India he brought home inspired a national Hindu revival and planted seeds for the freedom movement, which finally returned India's sovereignty back to India in 1947. Swami spent most of the rest of his all too short life strengthening the Ramakrishna order, commissioned by his spiritual mentor, Sri Ramakrishna. And he focused and developed the Ramakrishna mission, which provides comfort and resource to the poorest, the sick, and the oppressed. More than 130 centers, monasteries, and medical facilities are serving hundreds of thousands today due to his great work. And due to this, the Vedanta Society is also well developed. Such was one monk's achievement in a life, which ended a few months before his 40th birthday on July 4th, 1902. The death was attributed to chronic poor health and exhaustion, but he welcomed it as a spiritual homecoming. He spent the day he died meditating and studying Sanskrit. Next. Swamiji said some great words. So I would like to quote a Hindi quote by Swami Vivekanand, that is, उठो जागो और तब तक नहीं रुको जब तक लक्ष्य ना प्राप्त हो जाए. Swamiji's Jayanti is the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. Why is Vivekananda called the youth icon? He's called the youth icon because he has inspired many youth in several ways. The government felt that the philosophy of Vivekanand and his ideals are a great source of inspiration for the Indian youth. So it was declared that his birthday will be observed as National Youth Day. It's time to remember him, and with some awe. Just like a father figure, he gave us the greatest gift anyone could give. That is, he believed in us. Personally, I think Swami Vivekanand should always be remembered for his inspiration to the mankind. Swami, without a doubt, the greatest source of achievement, pride, and inspiration. He taught us unconditional love, reinforced the importance of giving back, and taught us how to be a better person. So, my dear friends, as youngsters, we must inculcate the values of selfless attitude and have a humanitarian mentality towards the society. We need to help every person and treat everyone as one. Next is Vivekananda Rock Memorial. Okay, so Vivekananda Rock Memorial is a monument in Kanyakumari, India. It was built in 1970 in honor of Swami Vivekanand, who is said to have attained enlightenment on the rock. According to legends, it was on this rock that goddess Kanyakumari, that is Parvati, performed tapas in devotion of Lord Shiva. A meditation hall known as Dhyana Mandapan is also attached to the memorial for visitors to meditate. The design of the mandapa incorporates different styles of temple architecture from all over India. The rocks are surrounded by the Laccadive Sea. The memorial consists of two main structures, the Vivekananda Mandapan and the Sripada Mandapan. So this picture is the memorial of Swami Vivekananda. Next slide. What youngsters can learn. That is what us youth can learn from Swamiji. Next, first thing is sacrifice and selfless service. So Swamiji says that it is useful to review what Swamiji had to say to the youth. He said that goal of life is unselfishness and living for others. Life is all about sacrifice. Dear friends, if we need to achieve something in life, we need to sacrifice something in order to reach our goal. We cannot get things easily. Nothing is easy in life. We need to sacrifice something. Only then can we achieve our goal. Also, selfless service. We need to help others. We should not just think about ourselves, but also about our friends. That is selfless service. Swamiji said, this life is short. The vanities of the world are transient, but they alone live. Who live for others, the rest are more dead than alive. The people who live for others are the one who live forever. But if you only live for yourself, the rest are more dead than alive. These were the words of Swami Vivekananda. Next is to give up jealousy and conceit. Swamiji said, give up jealousy and conceit is to learn to work unitedly for others. This is the great need of our country. We need to work for the poor because this is the highest form of work. We need to be sensitive to the poor and work for the society. We need to think that the other person is our family and we need to give up jealousy and conceit and try to work together. Only then can we make a good team and be successful as a team. Swamiji said, feel my children, feel. Feel for the poor, the ignorant, the downtrodden. Feel till the heart stops and the brain reels and you think you will go mad. For him, the ideal way of work was to have no expectation in return. Next is unity as basis of ethics. He said, if we believe that the other person is my brother and same as me, there'll be no basis of violence. That is, friends, if we feel that the other person is our brother, if we treat them as our own family, then we can work together as a team. We need to give up jealousy and all of this conceit and everything. Only then can we be together as a team and work together, not having any grudges against the other person. Then we can be successful as a team if we feel that I and my brother are one. This is the basis of ethics. Next is take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. He exhorted the youth to take responsibility for their actions. Stand up, be bold, be strong, take the whole responsibility on your own shoulders and know that you are the creators of your own destiny. If you do something, friends, you need to take up the responsibility for it. That yes, I have done it. You need to accept it and take responsibility. Next is determination and strength of character. Unless the youth build its character, their energy will be wasted in unproductive channels. This is very true, my friends. If we do not build our character, our energy will be wasted in unproductive activities. What the world wants is character. The world is in need for those whose life is one burning love, selfless. That love will make every word tell like thunderbolt. That we need to come together, build our character, and work as a team in something productive. Only then we can reach our goal. A Hindi quote by Swami Vivekananda says, "जितना बड़ा संघर्ष होगा, जीत उतनी ही शानदार होगी." Which means the bigger the struggle, the better the win will be. Next, he talks about is health. He says the youth must have sound health. We must work for it. We should play, exercise, and take to physical activities, not just sit on our phone and use other application friends. We need to go out, we need to play, we need to exercise. Only then we can have a healthy mind. And you know that a healthy mind resides in a healthy body. Also, Swamiji said, "My child, what I want is muscles of iron and nerves of steel, inside which dwells a mind of the same material and that of which the thunderbolt is made." Lastly, he said, care for the environment. Respect heritage and learn from history. He said, environmental degradation is emerging as an existential threat to the mankind. The need of the hour is to save our forests, biodiversity, conserve water, conserve energy, and so on. Friends, we as youth need to play a great role here. We as youth need to care for our environment, for our heritage, and we need to learn from our heritage so that we can pass the heritage so on to our other generations. And the great words by him were, he said, "Stop not till the goal is reached." Next, I'm going to tell you about some golden rules by Swami Vivekananda. Golden rules from Swami Vivekananda. The first rule is, who is helping you, don't forget them. Who is loving you, don't hate them. Who is believing you, don't cheat them. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject as poison. Talk to yourself at least once in a day, otherwise, you may miss a meeting with an excellent person in the world. Relationships are more important than life, but it is important for those relationships to have life in them. So these are some great words, some golden rules by Swami Vivekananda. Now I'm going to show you a short video on Swami Vivekananda, how brave he was and what we can learn from him.
Now you can earn a master's degree from Germany with upgrade abroad at less than 10 lakhs.
Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was an Indian Hindu saint. He was born in Kolkata on 12th January 1863. He was named Narendranath Datta by his parents. He was very intelligent and excellent in studies. Swami Vivekananda had vast knowledge of different cultures. He was famous for his spiritual thoughts. He would often travel to US representing India. Vivekananda is known for his golden thoughts. His witty stories are known till date. Once, Vivekananda was traveling in a train in the US. There were two girls in the same compartment. "Look at him. What is he wearing?" "He looks so funny." However, they noticed him wearing a beautiful watch. It was gifted by an Indian king. "Look at his watch. It looks expensive. We must definitely get it from him. He is a saint. What is the use of such a beautiful watch for him?" They decided to snatch the watch from Vivekananda. "Give us your watch, otherwise we will complain against you. We will tell the police that you were trying to get away with our bags." Vivekananda chose to stay quiet. He made a gesture showing that he was deaf and they should write and explain it to him. The girls wrote on a paper and showed what they wanted of him. Vivekananda took the paper and kept with him.
Okay, now call the police. I want to make a complaint. I will show this paper to them. They will understand the whole story.
Vivekananda was known for his intelligence. He was a quick thinker and clever.
So through this video, we understand that how brave Swamiji was. Even in a difficult situation, he knew how to get out of it. So now I would like to conclude by saying that you have a great responsibility of nation
Swami
building.
Vivekananda.
India is today poised to take its rightful place in the Committee of Nations. However, there are still many hurdles to cross. We have to deal with complex security environment surrounding India. The youth will be delusional soon if proper jobs are not created and if opportunities for health, education, sports, recreation are not provided. The elders have to provide a role for the model for the youth. Let India's rise be beneficial not only to our people but also to the world. I would just like to conclude my speech by saying this message, that is Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that is the world is one family. This message is highly relevant, my friends, and as youth need to believe in this.